Most sales gurus out there will tell you that in order to be successful, you have to cold shower at 4:35 in the morning. You have to dance under the stars at night. You got to do 75 hard and do infrared sauna and drink a liter of cow's milk. But I'm here to tell you that they are all blatantly lying to you. And that's because the more disempowered you feel about your life, the easier it is to get you to buy some of their courses. So in this video, which was taken from a private one-on-one call, I'll show you how to actually win productivity as a sales rep and be the most productive sales rep you could be. And if you're new here, my name is Elias. I help people get better at sales. I've been in the game now for over 6 years. I started in car sales at 18. I ran an agency for 2 years after that when I was 21. I was the top closer over at Agency Lab. And I also just recently finished scaling my own agency again to 110K per month. And I've helped a lot of other people too, like Josh Rivera and Courtney Scott and Tony Lee and Matt Shields, all with their agencies or their programs. So with all of that in mind, let's jump right in. This is how people's days usually look like, right? You have this upward trend, okay? Where you wake up, you're positive. You're like, man, I smashed the day yesterday. I swam in the ocean. I beat up a shark. Whatever you do out there, sick. And then you start your day, bro. And guess what? Negativity sinks in, right? You find that, a client is not getting back to you about something. Your ISA member is doing something. Your prospect just told you no. You're following up with these people and you went from this amazing high to now going on this emotional low and this like roller coaster. It's like a negative compounding emotion. And then middle of the day comes around, you're talking to Eli and you're fired up and you're like, bro, I'm going to smash the rest of the day, dude. This day's done. Like I'm showing up, I'm killing it. Right. And then right around afternoon, it's like you get a bit tired. You look at your phone, something pisses you off, right? Your girlfriend sends you a message. Next thing you know, you're going right back down, right? On that negative trend. And unfortunately, bro, most times than not, people will live their lives and their days like this. So just to kind of end out the example here so you can see it, I'll let it refresh here. This is what it usually looks like. You have big ups, big downs, big ups, big downs, big ups and downs. You just described to me exactly like I'm putting it on a graph. Like yesterday was so high, momentum, deals, wins, energy, abundance. Today you're like, I'm about to give up on the business, man. And you're not. You're definitely not. Just playing with you, man. But the point that I'm trying to make here is there is a moment. And let me show you another example here. This is person A. We'll call him that. Right? So this is like Joe Schmo. Okay. Just living his average life, doing his thing. This is how he runs his life. My beautiful stick figure drawing. This is Joe's life. Just call him average Joe. Okay. Average Joe. Now, Kieran, you are not an average Joe, or else you would not have an agency and you would not be in masterminds. You would not be investing in your coaching. You would not be going and actually closing deals. You're not an average person, bro. You want something greater for yourself. Okay. But the catch is, notice here, you're still going to deal with these ups in life, bro. Okay. And you're also going to deal with the downs. The difference between Joe and someone like Kieran that's a high performer is that right when it starts to get negative, this point right here in the peak, literally right here, there's something, and you have to write this down. This is what's called the catch rate. The rate at which you catch yourself. Catch yourself from doing what? Going down. Negative pattern. If we finish out that drawing, right?
Sorry, the catch rate is the rate
in which you catch, and then look at this. You catch yourself, and I'll show you the tools to use to catch yourself. But you catch yourself, you prevent yourself from going down, and boom, you bounce right back up. Okay? So check this out. Look at what it looks like on a long enough time horizon, right? Well, we'll kind of show this example down here. It's like you catch yourself, you go up, right? I'll let it refresh. You're about to go down a little bit. Boom. Catch yourself, go right back up. Go down a little bit, catch yourself, go right back up, right? Look at this version of yourself over a long enough time horizon, right? This is Kieran down here, okay? Versus Joe Schmo over time. Who is going to have more positive upward growth?
Kieran.
There you go. Because of the catch rate, okay? So the moment the catch rate sinks in, bro, this is the click. First is awareness. So now you know what's happening. This is a normal thing, bro. I've dealt with this. High performers deal with this. Nathan Bentley deals with this. Joel Kaplan deals with this. Everyone deals with these things, bro. Okay. It's just about your ability to handle it. So the point I'm going to emphasize right here, the tool, what happens here in this pocket of time where you literally, bro, you're like, okay, I feel it coming. You're like, man, thing pisses me off. I start judging something, right? Pain seeps in, discouragement steps in, distractions step in. And that's the next takeaway I'm going to share with you in a moment, the next framework. But before I go there, the tool, bro, is very simple. I like to call it, and this comes from my mentor, bro. Actually, this framework not only comes from the mentor and the part of the programming, but like my sales coach, who's also a life coach. AMP, AMP. Okay. You can innovate off of it as much as you want, but AMP stands for activate. Okay. Mindset or mindfulness, and then purpose and prayer, if you swing that way. So activate.
Activate mindset and then purpose.
There you go. The moment that I feel that discouragement, bro, I get up and I go outside. I get up and I get away from my computer. I get up and I walk away. Okay, think about it like this. Kieran, you watch Formula One. You've seen those race cars go really fast, right?
Yep.
Brother, you are a Formula One race car, yet you don't actually take the time to take pit stops. It makes sense to why you actually start to feel that pain. You got to get your tires changed. You got to get that oil change. You got to make sure you get your water. So what do I mean by that? At the top of almost every single hour, bro, if I'm grinding and I got a long day, I have a timer. I have an intention. I have a reminder to purposely set intention to step away, get some water, do some breathing, go walk outside if I need to, get some sunlight, just get away from everything, bro. Get away from it. Literally step away. Put the business down for a second. It's not going anywhere. It'll still be there. I promise you that one message that your ISA is sending is still going to be there in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if you answer it within 5, 15. It's an ISA team member. She'll be okay. She'll get it figured out. Client replies, hey, we got this issue. Cool. I see it, but I got this time blocked off, at the top of the hour. Let me just go do my thing. Let me take what I call my pit stop. So I want you to start adding in pit stops to your day. And then the moment you start feeling this negative downward trend, bro, this negative emotion, you got to number one, remind yourself of what can I do? Can I jump up? Can I walk around? Can I move around? Can I get away from the laptop? Okay. Or it might mean, hey, you know what? I'm just a bit like overwhelmed. Like, let me just take a second to just meditate for 5-10 minutes, or just sit with, some like, if you go to brain.fm, there's like an app, scientifically brain.fm, like they use sounds that are like going to influence you and your brain the right way, whether it's for focus, creativity, learning, or meditation, right? They got some good meditation ones. Sit down 10 minutes, do some breathing, meditate, you're good, right? You come back. You do what? You catch yourself and you go back up, okay? You don't let it negatively compound. The next thing is purpose. So dude, do you have your vision board? Brother, that's going to be the number one reason why this whole thing will fall apart, is you not having clarity on that. I promise you. Why? Because if we don't even know what we had for breakfast last Wednesday, how are we going to remind ourselves of why we even decided to start this hard-ass company in the first place? You got to remember, bro, what is your why? What is the dream? That sticky note, bro, should be like a battle board of sticky notes. Sticky notes. 25K a month is the goal, but it's also reinvesting back into this. It's like going and being able to take a trip with my girlfriend. It's whatever it means to you, right? For me, it's like, like nice Airbnbs, okay? Like nice apartments, right? It's like nice trips, Brazil, Mexico, Colombia. It's traveling, it's surfing, it's having amazing area. It's taking care of my family. It's giving them money so that they actually have a personal chef and like a maid coming and clean the house every day. And the feeling that I get when they call me, this is the click here, bro. You're chasing the feeling, not the goal. You're chasing the feeling, not the goal. Because what I just described so in depth was what I feel when I hit those goals. But right now, if I say 25K to you, bro, you're like, yes, I want to hit it. Yes, I want to hit their surface level. But I want you to go deeper, bro. I want you to describe what happens. Money is just a means to an end. You got to figure out what happens when you hit the 20K mark. What happens? And I know there's like, bro, you're just part of the journey. Like 20K a month to you might be like, bro, this is like barely anything. Like, what am I even gonna do with the money? Bro, actually respect the fact that most people nowadays cannot make 25 grand a month, let alone in their business with payroll and expenses. So you, by doing that, just have a goal that you actually set out for yourself that's deeper. I'll give you my vision board template. You can steal it. You can, make innovations on it. You can use it.
But it's just about going deeper into why you're doing what you're doing.
When you say vision board, what do you mean?
So great question, bro. Your vision board is ultimately.
Well, I've got a document that I read through every single morning, and it's basically got all my goals and what I'm doing. Is that a vision board? Or
I like to use a vision board and have a couple of things. I like to have affirmations on it. Okay.
yeah.
I like to have my goals plus pictures of what the thing means. I want to be as detailed as possible. So in this example, it's like get my parents a brand new car in an example, right? And it's like picture of the car with the exact color and the exact price. And the way you go deeper,
Really specific.
you write a paragraph underneath the goal in the past tense. Kieran works
What? In the past tense.
where he is able to buy his mom. And then the biggest thing is feel into it.
One second, man. I'm just moving from here.
All good. Yeah. So just to recap, what is a vision board? It's number one, a couple of different affirmations that I'll give you. It's number two, the actual goal. It's number three, a paragraph written out underneath the goal in the past tense. And the fourth, and by far the most important one, that if you miss it, none of it will click, is you got to feel into it. I know it seems cheesy. It might seem woo-woo, but brother, I want you to sit down. And in this example of the car, I want you to actually visualize for a moment. The vision board is affirmations, right? So my goals plus pictures. Okay.
I can see. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Affirmations.
So it's the goal plus the picture. So it'd be like a picture of my mom and then the car next to her. And then the paragraph. So it's like Kieran gets to a point where he can buy his mom the dream car that she always wanted. And he drops, 30 grand on it without even looking at the check. Okay. And then I go a step deeper after that and I feel into it. So I'd be like, sit down and actually, I'll give you an example here. If you close your eyes right now, okay, you can do it. Close your eyes.
You're not doing anything weird. You're not doing anything weird, are you?
Don't worry, bro. My shirt's staying on. All right. So, so close your eyes for a second. We're going to do this real fast. And I want you to actually just take the time to kind of take a deep breath. Just come into the present for a moment. Okay. And what I want you to do is I want you to feel yourself sitting in the chair. I want you to feel the weight of your body in the chair pushing down onto the ground, your feet digging down into the ground. You feel your arms, kind of just let loose. Take another deep breath, just in through the nose. Just let it out. Just let it out. Just chill for a second. And I want you to picture going into your kitchen right now. You see the cabinets you have. You see the drawers. You feel the countertop. Maybe it's not cold. Maybe it's a little warm. And you go to the fridge. You open up your fridge. Okay, and you reach in. You feel the coolness of the fridge air on your arm as you reach into the produce section of your fridge and you grab just this bright yellow lemon. I want you to see that lemon for a moment. It's freaking bright. You're holding it in your hand. Okay. And you grab that lemon and you take it over the counter. You got your knife. You're about to make yourself your little, lemon water in the morning. And you just slice right into that lemon. It's juicy. It's like dripping. It's got, it's like the tiny bits of the lemon are almost getting in your eye. You're like, oh my God, it almost hit me. You're slicing it. And then you take that lemon, okay? And you don't even want to put it in your water. You're going to put it up to your mouth, okay? And I want you to take a bite. And I want you to feel that feeling that you just experienced. Did any part of you actually kind of experience that sour feeling a little bit? You can open your eyes now. But brother, there's no lemon. The brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality. I promise you. The richest people in the world, they talk about this stuff. Manifestation, law of attraction, however you want to describe it, this is a real thing. So the more you put yourself in the feeling of the thing, the more it pulls itself into reality because the more comfortable you are with your body around it. So I just used it in the example of a lemon. You just experienced emotions by having an example of a lemon that you just pulled out of your fridge. By what? By the description and the word and the emotion we placed on it. So for me, one of the ways so activate. So let's go back to the AMP, right? So write these out. AMP, activate, mindset, purpose. Okay. Right as I'm doing activate, bro, that could mean I'm just going up and just tap my body. All right. So I get away from the computer. I just do some body taps, right? Literally jump up and down, right? Do some deep breaths. Might mean I go for a walk. Bro, just go outside, get some sunlight, just move around a little bit. You know what I mean? Like right before this, bro, I got off a sales huddle and I went to the bathroom. I got my mic and I just came out, man. And I was like, it's me a great call. Like I'm asking Kieran if he wants to record it. I just kind of experienced the feeling that I wanted to experience when I called it that. I was like, bro, this guy 2 closed deals. Like he's happy. Like we're going to just feel into that for a moment at the beginning. Like that was my intention. So I showed up with that energy. But not only that, I gave myself a break before I jumped into this call here today, right? With you. So activate. It could be anything. It could be you just doing some push-ups, bro. Push-ups do wonders. Do some air squats, bro. Go run around your block, dude. If the beach is really close and you can do it within 15 minutes, bro, go run to the beach, jump in, run out, just have your shorts on, dry, shower, you're back to work. Catch rate on AMP. That's one way. You follow? I see you smiling. Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna take action on that?
Yeah, man.
I love it, bro. I love it. Do the routines that serve you. Okay. You look at all these gurus, you look at all these people. And one thing that I absolutely don't love about what they do is they're like, all right, 75 hard, 2 workouts a day. You got to do this. You got to eat this thing. There's like a gallon of water you got to chug, and you got to take a progress picture, and then you got to read 10 pages and like no fap and this and that. And you're like, damn, bro, this is a lot of things. And I've been there, bro. I've listened to those people. I've done the routines. I've cultivated the discipline. But the number one thing they don't teach you is that, bro, it's contextualized to the person. So what are the routines and habits that serve you, that serve Eli? Okay. For me, it's journaling, sunlight, exercise, good, healthy eating, and connections with people. That's all it is. That's really the main things. You can put me anywhere. As long as I have those things, I'm happy, bro. I'm great. I'm alive. I can be anywhere. I could be on a road trip. I could be, out in the desert. As long as I have those things, I'm all right. Okay. Now, can I add more complexity to that? Yeah. I can be like, okay, I got to journal 30 minutes a day, right? That's more complex than let me just journal to journal. But the point that I'm trying to get here is do the routines that serve you. If going to the beach is one of those things, then do that thing. Okay. AMP, activate. Again, anything to activate physical energy in your body, bro. That's the biggest thing. Okay. AMP, which is the mindfulness, which goes back to why I asked you in the first place. Do you have that vision board? I'll get to that in a moment, but mindfulness and mindset, that's more of like, write this down, bro. You have to, and I'll give you the click here. I was just on the ultra training 2 days ago, and we're on there, and my coach and my mentor, he's like, yeah, so there's this guy who has broke the record. He's done 2 ultra marathon triathlons like back to back. He broke the record board or something like that. It's like something crazy. He's done like these triathlons at such a high level that he literally broke the world record. Like no one's beat him. And he's doing a lot of fucking work, bro. And he's like 50 years old. And so when the coach asked him, like, what is it that allows you to actually push through that at your age? He was like, John, I've learned how to talk to myself, not listen to myself. Kieran, you need to talk to yourself more and not listen to yourself. For me, bro, I could be on a coaching call. I could be on a sales huddle. It's an hour and a half deep, and they're asking me questions. They're like, Eli, like, how do you do this one thing? And I've covered it multiple times, bro. They're not getting the click. And I can sense that judgment. And then I'm like, wait, what role do I have to play right now? And I'm like, oh, I got to be the CSO. I got to be the leader right now in the company. And I immediately snap out of it. And I command to myself, Eli, show up with patience and show up methodical and show up and give this guy the best click he's ever had in his fucking life. And then boom, I catch myself immediately from going down a negative spiral. I then talk to myself, and then I deploy and bring presence to the situation and help that person. How many times throughout your day, Kieran, if I were to ask you over the past 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, do you feel like you maybe brought a little bit of angst to the day? Maybe brought a little bit of that anxiety to the sales call? Maybe brought a little bit of that negative energy to your team members or maybe to your family, right? You lose presence because you're not. Exactly. Maybe you start to see that you're going on the negative downward trend. Instead of catching yourself, you keep going down it, and then you start getting into really negative emotions, bro. Like, oh, is this thing even worth it? Fuck, this is so hard. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just paid a ton of money.
For me, it's like,
yeah.
For me, I think for me, I'm very addictive personality, like obsessed, quite like upset about. So if I'm on a good trajectory, is like,
Feels
yo,
good.
I'm smashing it.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
soon as I do one thing, if I eat one little shitty bit of food,
yeah,
wow, well, I've done that. Why not do something else? Why not do something else more fucked up? And then it's just down, down, down,
yeah.
and down, 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 down.
So remember, bro, you get to keep the limitations that you fight for, and so if you fight for that belief that if you do one thing that sets you off track, then that it will set you on track. It'll only keep setting you off track.
Very
Remember,
true. Very
you're
true. Very
you're
true.
you're you're the one that can catch yourself from that thought and be like, oh, yo, if I do something that is not aligned with the ultimate version of Kieran, brother, it does no good just sitting in the fucking muck of the decision.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
me, victim mindset, bro. That's why
Yeah.
people never actually take action, because they're like, man, the situation was put on me. I didn't have a choice with getting my 9 to 5 job. I just had to do it. Society told me this. I had to go to college. I had to go to uni. I had to get a degree. I had to go into corporate. Victim. That's all I hear.
Yes.
Victim, victim, victim.
Yes.
Have agency, bro. Agency ultimately means one's ability to show up and manage yourself with ultimate speed and congruence towards your goals.
So
you're
you said, if I do something that's not aligned with the ultimate version of me, what was the next?
don't sit in the victim mentality of it. Give yourself grace. Forgive yourself through it. Apply one of the AMP methods and move on
Yes. Yes.
and catch yourself. And boom,
That's exactly what I needed to hear, bro.
positive trajectory. I know I'm not a life coach, bro, but dude, I get told by a lot of my students that I help them in their personal lives because of this stuff right here. So I'm telling you,
You are basically a life coach as well.
I got you. I'm not certified. It's okay. Don't worry. This will work. What I promise you is if you follow these things, bro, you will see a tangible difference in your life and in your day, and you'll just be more aware to it. What did I say earlier? It's not like tomorrow you're going to be a whole different human. It's that you're going to have to start working the muscle.
Yeah.
And the more I connect you with more of my students in my community, bro, the more you start to see what they're struggling with, the more you start to actually understand what the struggles are of the agency world, you're going to realize, bro, you're like, dude, I'm not the only one. Thank God. Because, brother, I'm here to tell you, I deal with this stuff too. To this day, I do.
So when's the last day that you've went, like, you've had a shit day where like you've not done what you wanted to do?
I mean, bro, it's different for me because of the stage that I'm at. It comes in different ways, right? So let me give you context. I don't know, like, it's not that I'm not able to get things done in my day. It's just that sometimes I'll finish my day and I'll be like, man, like that was a very reactive day. That today was not an Eli day. Today was not a internal world day. Today was not a let me get into flow. Today was just like, dude, distraction, get pulled in here, shoot the content here, get on a call with this guy, help this one kid, do a call here, you know what I mean? It's like a very reactive day. I just gave myself a lot to the world. Okay. So when that happens, I have a tendency to keep doing that because I'm good at it. But sometimes our biggest strengths are also our biggest weaknesses. And for me, I have to remind myself, my catch rate, my reminder is, Eli, journal at the end of the day. Give some time for you. Go exercise, right? Do the routines and habits that serve you. I'm going back to that. It's like, go shut off the laptop at 7 p.m. and go play sand volleyball. I'm pretty good. I like to say so. But I enjoy it. I'm like, bro, this is fun. I can go run. There's a river right next door to me, bro. There's a beautiful park. There's people out. It's summer. It's in Philly. It's beautiful weather. My buddy, my best buddy is right down the street. Like, hey, bro, you want to go grab like some dinner real quick? Just take a quick pit stop, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's about bringing in the pit stops, the AMP, the routines, the thing that serve me into my day, so I don't let it go and trickle into the next day. For you, and how it's showed up for me in the past too, when I have really packed days, bro, it's like, you got to remind yourself, one thing happening in the morning within your clients, you can't let that show up into the next sales call that you take. Each call is its own pocket. It's its own universe. Honor the prospect for showing up and giving you the time. Don't bring angst, anxiety, worry, frustration, right? Insecurities and things that trigger you and pull you out of the present moment. Don't bring those things to the sales call, bro. That's unfair to them. Do you think it'd be unfair if you paid me for coaching and then I start bringing all my insecurities, doubts, bad habits.
No.
Does nothing good for you, bro. Nothing. I leave that stuff out of the corner. Sure, I'm going through a very rough time with my personal life, with my family, bro. You wouldn't even be able to tell if you saw me. I mean, can you think that, does it look like I'm going through a hard personal time?
No.
Because it wouldn't be fair to you, bro. If I started to be like, yeah, man, today's just another day. Here we go, man. Like, let's coach. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, you'd be like, bro, what did I just pay for? Be like, this is not it.
Give me a refund, man.
The level, yeah. The level in which you follow this process, bro, it's a muscle, like I said. When I first started following it, bro, I had to really, it was rough. I was like, oh, dude, this is tough, man. I needed accountability. Okay. So I want you, bro, moving forward today, part of your, recap session, if you want to get to like back to me on things or get back to me on certain updates, I want you to tell me how this is showing up for you in your day. Okay. So AMP, just to recap, activate mindfulness. Okay. Which is like, hey, man, like, are you good? Are you commanding yourself to do certain things? Talk to myself, not listen to myself. Okay. And the third thing is purpose. So that's when you go back to your vision board. You look back to your goals. You ask yourself, what is the dream? And you look at that and you feel into it. And I promise you, one of the most powerful things, bro, that I love doing, especially if I need to activate, bro, I will literally, if I'm about to take a big call, bro, like a big, important call, super important. Like I got to show up, and that client could easily be the ones that pay me over whatever, X amount of money, thousands of dollars, bro, in revenue, not just coaching, like an actual B2B client. I would, and I'll give you the exact routine. You can do this for sales calls. You can do this for anything. I would literally take 10 minutes before. 10 minutes. That's all I need. Pit stop. The pit stop for me could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, could be 20 minutes. Same for you. I'm giving you the permission slip to innovate it and have as much time as you like. But let's say I'm me taking a big call, right? Where I literally get up, just jump around, bro. Do some push-ups, shake on my body, do my thing. I'm like, all right, man, here we go, Eli. Like, you're good. You got this, right? Tap it out, chill. Super easy. Do some push-ups, do some air squats. Very basic, bro. Nothing crazy. I don't want to break a sweat, right? I'm wearing a nice shirt. I don't want to get sweaty. Okay. It's already hot in your apartment. You know what I mean? Like, don't be showing up drenched. After that, I sit down. Okay. And I'll do like a quick little breathing reset where I'm just basically just like inhaling through my nose and exhaling through my mouth really fast for like 3 minutes. So it's like, it's actually in through the mouth. Sorry. In through the mouth. You can also do just in through the nose, out through the nose. Totally up to you. I'm just breathing heavily, bro. Just like literally hyperventilating. I'll also do box breathing depending on how I'm feeling. So it's like, oh yeah, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold that for 4 seconds, right? Navy SEALs do that to bring themselves out of fight or flight. They literally do that in their day. Box breathing. You can look it up. Okay. Next thing. I did the breathing. I did the activation. Now, purpose. Where I sit down and I close my eyes and I imagine myself getting ready to go out on stage. And I'm like at the UFC arena. I'm in the back. I hear the crowd. They're chanting, Elias, Elias, Elias. Looking at my family. They're looking at me. They're so like happy and grateful. And it's a beautiful moment. And I'm experiencing that like feeling of touch of my dad on the back of my back being like, yo, Eli, like you did it. And my friends and everyone around me just being like, yo, this is your time. You got this, dude. We're cheering you on. There's a room of 1,000 people out there waiting for you that are just cheering, Elias, Elias, Elias. And then I tap into one word and I just let that build. I think of my hype song. I think of, like just the most hype song ever. And I think I'm like shaking. I'm like getting ready to go to the arena, getting ready to go to the arena. And then I just imagine one word or one emotion or one piece of energy that's like, it could be greatness. It could be, let's get it. It could be, let's fucking go. And I just let it build, let it build, let it build, let it build. And then I walk out and I'm like, let's fucking go. And I walk out. And that right there, bro, is how you completely shift the way that you show up to that next conversation, to the next call, to the next engagement. Okay. That was like a bulletproof summary of it. So with that in mind, what did you love about that, bro? What clicked for you there? What actually made sense? Did I lose you anywhere? What's on your mind?
Bro, I'm catching myself. Like that's exactly what I need to hear. I need to catch myself before this happens.
Yeah.
I need to, because what happens is if it goes, then it goes. And that's what happened today. But I've been better at catching myself. I need to do exactly what you said there. I need to catch myself before it. talking to myself. Like I
Oh.
do it in fitness.
Yep.
In fitness, I go onto the Peloton. Do you know what a Peloton bike is?
No, the bike, yeah, Peloton with like the
Yeah,
screen.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Like
the
on
assault bike.
the
Yeah,
assault bike. The
yeah,
assault
that thing
bike.
sucks, dude. That
Yeah, yeah. That thing before going for a fight in fight camp, you got to do that every day.
bro.
And bro, my mind on that bike is saying, "Fuck, what am I doing? What am I gonna do this for? Why do I do?" But you talk yourself out of it. So I need to use that same energy into business.
That's all it is. Bro. What do you tell yourself in those moments when you're
Bro,
like,
I said, I've got this. Like, I'm like, come on, you're gonna do it. Stop being a fucking bitch. You've got
yes.
this.
And I've got this, I will say, is better than a bitch because that's like negative pressuring. Not a bad thing. But
I feel that it helps me a little bit though.
it can help a little bit, but you can't use it. It's like a short-term solution. What you really want to do, you want to encourage yourself. That's the word. Right? What do I do with clients? Hey guys, let's get it today. All right. Let's absolutely crush it. I believe in all of you guys. I can't wait to have you guys shoot me more wins later. We're gonna crush today. Everyone, guys, show up for your prospects. Let's be the ones that are the lighthouse that get them to want to convert because of our ability to take our sales process seriously, right? Can I get an amen on a Wednesday? Amen. Yes, great. Okay. Let's go, guys. Right. I give them the belief in themselves. I encourage them, right? For you, it's like, Kieran, I know this sucks right now. I know there's shit going on. Dude, like literally, like when I scaled my agency to 100K a month, bro, it was arguably one of the hardest times. I had a lot of clicks. And there were days during my exit transition when I was giving it back to my partner and we were figuring out financials, logistics, like handoff of clients, was managing over 80 clients, bro. It was nuts. My sales team was closing deals. Like it's a whole mess. And I haven't transitioned out. And I remember, bro, I'd wake up in the mornings and I'd literally, like you'd think I'm crazy walking around my apartment. Like you literally would think I'm crazy. I'm literally walking around like, Eli, today it's going to be fucking hard. But guess what? You got this. You got this. You got this. I got this. I'm built for this. I'm worthy of this. Everything that I've done up to this point has made me ready for this. So you got to remind yourself of that, bro. It's like, it's not crazy to talk to yourself. Command yourself. Command yourself into the state that you want to accomplish. Okay? That right there.
You do this every day?
Yeah, bro. All the time. Dude, if I'm out like talking to a friend and it's like late at night and I want to go to bed, bro, and I'm like losing presence in the conversation, I'll be like, Eli, I'm like shouting at myself in my head. I'm like, presence, 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 be present. You got this. You're good. I know you're tired. We'll go to bed in a little bit. Show up for this guy. Bro, I give a lot of energy to people. Like it's not easy. I have judgments that come up where I'm like, I do not want to do this right now, man. But guess what? Would that serve them? No. So I catch myself. I make sure I catch myself going on that negative trend. And I shout at myself, bro. I'm like, Eli, step out of it, bro. You're good. Come on now. You got this. Right? Come on. If anyone's going to do it, you're going to do it. Come on. Just encourage you. So the top people in the world, they do this, bro. So it's like, it's not a weird thing.
No. It's only weird for people that wouldn't admit that they talk to themselves. But you have to get yourself into these states if you want to be top performer, you want to serve others. Like it's not a natural thing, is it?
You think the athlete that's about to go out to the arena, the boxing arena, do you think he has fears and doubts? Absolutely, bro. Do those fears and doubts serve him when he's about to go fight? Absolutely not. What does serve him, though, is reminding himself of, hey, dude, you're good. Like those feelings aren't going to serve you right now. Who do I have to be right now? How do I have to show up? I got to show up dialed. I got to show up present. I might have some of these nerves, but let me just shake it off. What do you see most boxers do, bro? They're releasing tension before they go out. They're not stretching like, you know, the face things they're doing and like the shakes and like them like knocking their bodies. Like, bro, they're releasing physical tension. They're in such a high state of tension right there that they have to remind themselves to get to flow physically and then mentally. And then their trainer's like, you got this. And then they're like, I got this. Like, let's go to like, you know what I mean? It's like the top boxers that go in dialed where you just like, look at them. You're like, I got focused. Like perfect example, Pereira, bro. Alex Pereira. Dude, that guy, you look at it before he goes out to a fight and you see it on his face. You see the opponents, they're kind of like moving, they're doing their thing. You just look at him, ready. Just ready. He's like, I'm built for this. I'm ready. I've done all the training I need to break this guy's face. And I'm going to break his face. And he does. And so the point that I'm trying to make is like, bring it into your day, sprinkle it into your day. Okay. Bring awareness to it. Dude, you're going to show up way better for it. If you look to the future and remind yourself, dude, that sticky note you have of the 20K, I want you to put sticky notes around your apartment that say catch rate and what is the dream? And Literally remind yourself of like, hey, like pit stop, right? Because when you're working all day, bro, I know how it is, dude. You're a high achiever, bro. You're a go-getter. You don't want to take breaks. Like, it's hard to take a break. It's hard to give yourself the space to be like, you know what? Let me put the laptop down for a moment. Because society status, with people compared to the grinders, the Iman Ghazis that are like monk mode, and then there's like Nathan Bentley that locked himself in a fucking Airbnb, didn't work out for a whole month, and then hit 150K a month, and you're like, do I have to do that? Dude, I could never do that. I have to work out, or I'll lose my mind. Nathan's different.
Yeah.
On his own journey. It served him. Doesn't mean it's going to serve me. Did I still get to 100K? Yes. So what's the difference between us two? We just did the things that serve us. Cool. So the point that I'm trying to make here, bro, is catch rate, AMP, AMP. Okay. And then remind yourself of what that vision is. What is that why? Like, what is that thing you're chasing? What we'll do in our later trainings, bro, will be centered around a lot of that stuff. Like, once we get the closing script down, I'll bring in like the more day-to-day routines that you have to do that are going to help to make sure your sales are just consistent and you show up and sales is not luck anymore for you. It's just hacked.